It is Tuesday. It is the 29th of April. I'm Monita Rajpal. This is CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Our top stories today. First, the U.S. and the European Union are slapping new sanctions on members of Vladimir Putin's inner circle. The sanctions also target government officials and companies linked to the Russian president. But tensions remain high in eastern Ukraine. Pro-Russia separatists attacked pro-Ukraine demonstrators in the city of Donetsk on Monday. The new sanctions Cold War tactics, while others say they're just a slap on the wrist. Matthew Chance joins us now from Moscow with more on the kind of reaction, Matthew, that you're hearing from the Kremlin there over these new sanctions, particularly the fact that they're targeting President Putin's inner circle.
Yeah, well, clearly the Kremlin and other Russian officials are not happy about it. They've said there'll be measures in response to the sanctions. Both
yeah, that is interesting
Union.
Indeed. Matthew, thank you. Matthew Chance there live for us from Moscow. Well, while Ukraine is fearful of a potential Russian advance into its eastern territory, Russia is wary of NATO and what the alliance may do. Diana Magny takes us inside a Russian military academy where long-established ideals of patriotism and skepticism of NATO are thriving. You're watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Powerful storms have devastated towns across several U.S. states. We'll bring you a live report from Mississippi next. You're watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. I'm Monita Rajpal. We've got some developments coming into CNN this hour regarding missing Malaysia Airlines flight MH370. This is a new report that's coming in regarding an Australian marine exploration company that says that they believe they have discovered, again, what they believe is the wreckage of a commercial airliner some 190 kilometers south of Bangladesh in the Bay of Bengal. They're saying that, and we're quoting here, the company is not declaring this as MH370. However, it should be investigated. Now, this company, this Australian marine exploration company, Georesonance, is saying that their team of scientists have invested a lot of resources into the search for Malaysia Airlines flight. But again, they're saying that what they have discovered still needs to be investigated, but they are not saying this is MH370, but they have said they've discovered a wreckage of a commercial airliner 190 kilometers south of Bangladesh in the Bay of Bengal. Of course, we are continuing to investigate ourselves as well. More details on this, and we'll bring you more as we get it. A third of the area of the U.S. and 75 million people are facing the threat of extreme weather today as a string of tornadoes sweeps in.
It's raining debris. This is a large
meteorologist Chad Mars joins us now live from Tupelo, Mississippi, one of the towns hit hardest by the storms. Chad?
You might recognize Tupelo as the birthplace of Elvis Presley, one of our favorite singers here in America. This was another big tornado, and there were many of them yesterday.
And that damage is indeed huge and devastating. Chad, thank you very much. Chad Mars there, live for us from Tupelo in Mississippi. Well, let's get the latest on where these storms are headed. Mari Ramos is at the World Weather Center. And Mari, we're hearing numbers of 75 million people. That's a third of the country there that is in the path of these storms. And we're looking at, even into Wednesday, they should be that they are on alert.
That's right. You know, and Chad has a great way of explaining how dangerous these storms are. Should they form, like what you said, 75 million people could be. Back to you.
Mari, thank you. Sure. Let's bring you up to date on some of the other stories that we're following for you here at CNN News Center. North Korea has conducted a live fire drill near its border with the South. The drill lasted about 15 to 20 minutes. South Korea's military says no shells landed in the country's waters. President Park Geun-hye had ordered the military to be prepared to respond, quote, according to principles. More fallout for the Los Angeles Clippers after alleged racist comments by the team's owner, Donald Sterling. At least 12 complaints have pulled their sponsorship. Companies, I should say, have pulled their sponsorships, including CarMax, which had backed the professional basketball team for nearly a decade. Sprint, Kia Motors, and Red Bull are some of the other companies suspending sponsorship. And in Spanish football, a fan has been slapped with a lifetime ban from Villarreal Stadium after an act of racism. Barcelona's Dani Alves was taking a corner kick when a banana was thrown from the stands, but the Brazilian defender handled it with humor. He picked up the banana, took a bite, and went on playing. FIFA President Sepp Blatter called the act an outrage and says there will be zero tolerance for racism at this year's World Cup. You are watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. Coming up, you're watching CNN News Center live from Hong Kong. South Korea's president has apologized to the country over her comments, government's response to the recent ferry disaster. Park Geun-hye says she's losing sleep because so many families still don't know for certain if their loved ones are alive or dead. Earlier, correspondent Nick Robertson joins us now live from Jindo with more. Nick?
Well, Monita, President Park offered her deepest condolences to the victims of the disaster. She also said that she was accepting...
All right, Nick, thank you for that. Nick Robertson there live for us from Jindo in South Korea. You are watching CNN News Center. I'm Monita Rajpal live at CNN Hong Kong. Thank you for joining us. We'll go to our colleagues at CNN USA after the short break.